So yeah, some more technical problems. Never ends. This never ends. Unfortunately. So this was a comment from earlier. So yeah, yeah, we're gonna transit the Universal Declaration of Human Rights right now. Um, yeah, universal is universel. Declaration, déclaration, droit moun is human rights. Déclaration universelle droit moun. Déclaration universelle droit moun. So from the get-go, you can see when you're speaking Haitian Creole, you when you're an adjective and a noun, the adjective that refers to the noun comes after the noun and not the other way around, like in English. So typically that's the way it is. We have adjectives that come after the nouns, but these are very specific, and this is not a lesson for this. For instance, um, if you're saying, for instance, you're a good person, in Haitian Creole you would say ou c'est yon bon moun. Ou c'est yon bon moun. You're a good person. Ou c'est yon bon moun. You are a good person. Ou c'est yon bon moun. Okay? But bon is one of these exceptions, but in general, you place the adjective after the noun, not before. So, Article 1, article premier, or article 1. So, it's like article first, right? Article premier. Article premier. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. All human beings, tout monde, are born fait, free, libre, and épi, equal, égal. By the way, the reason why you guys are seeing that some of these are already translated, it's because I've been trying to go live for such a long time. but it never worked. But today it's working, and this I didn't take the time to erase this, but I think it's just like 6 lines, so that's okay. So yeah, dignity, dignité, in, na, and, ac, right, nanduayo is in their rights. So in Haitian Creole, when you have a possessive pronoun, in this case yo, which means their, um, it comes after the the thing being possessed. Okay. For instance, if I'm saying my car, that be machine moi in Haitian Creole. If I'm saying, for instance, my house, that that would be kai moi in Haitian Creole. So it's just the way it is. But it's not like that. I addressed that in the translation of my last story. It's not like that in any other Romance language for the pronoun to come after the noun. Um, at least the ones that I know. For instance, in French, if you're saying your right, you would say mes droits, my privilege, mes privilèges in French. But here, say if you wanna say my rights in Haitian Creole, you just gotta say droit moins yo. Droit moins yo. If it's my right singular, you would say droit moyen. Okay, so all human beings are born, tout monde fait libre and equal et puis égal in dignity, na dignité, ak na droit yo, and rights. Oh, we have 4 people. That's good. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, they are endowed with reason and conscience. Yo gen droit ak raison ak la conscience. They, yo, are endowed gen droit with reason ak raison and conscience ak la conscience. So this is how deep the French language go into the Haitian Creole language. So the conscience in French is la conscience, for the conscience, not just conscience, but the conscience is in French la conscience. But in Haitian Creole, they just translate that as the conscience. Here, people say to say conscience as well, like conscience, but this is equally acceptable to do, to just place the article here, which is la conscience, which is not Haitian Creole, not the pure Haitian Creole, because you guys remember that we place the article after the noun that it defines. But here, it's just la conscience, and that's a French feature or a bug in in this translation here. Okay? Et puis, yo dwe agi nan ak lot moun nan yon l'esprit. Et puis, yo dwe agi to act towards one another. Agi, act, ak lot moun towards one another, ak, lot moun, towards one another, nan yon l'esprit fraternité, in the spirit of brotherhood. Nan yon l'esprit in the spirit of brotherhood. Article 2, article D. Everyone is entitled, tout moun gen droit, to all the rights and freedoms. Okay, tout moun gen droit, everyone is entitled to all the rights. Tout moun gen droit, à tout droit, to all the rights, à tout droit. So tout moun gen droit is entitled, because being entitled means I have a right to. So they use this sentence structure instead of entitled, which in Haitian Creole you don't have a proper translation. So it becomes everyone has a right to all the rights, à tout droit, à liberté and freedoms set forth in this declaration, qui proclamé dans déclaration ça. So set forth is here translated as which is proclaimed in. Set forth in, which is proclaimed in. Sans aucune distinction. Sans, without, aucun, any, distinction, distinction. Such as race, tankou, race, such as tankou, race, race, color, couleur, sex, sex, that's the same thing, same pronunciation, but different spelling here. Language, langue, religion, religion, political or other opinion, politique yo ou soit l'autre opinion. Origine nationale, national origin, ou bien social. So, national or social origin, origine nationale, ou bien social. So, see how they flip that, okay? They flip the adjective and the noun, which is a very typical thing to do in Haitian Creole, because our adjective our adjectives come after the noun that they define. Something to keep in mind. So that's good. Apparently everything's going well. We're still online. That's a good sign. So we've been streaming here for 13 minutes. That's good. Success so far. Don't forget to subscribe. So next line, line 7. Furthermore, that's a very formal word. En plus de ça, in Haitian Creole, that would be, en plus de ça would be, that's very little. That's not gonna mean anything in English. In plus of that. So that's like furthermore or moreover, things like that. Besides these words that are used to add more information to what you're doing or to justify further an assertion. Okay? Furthermore, en plus de ça, no distinction shall be made on the basis of the political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty. So furthermore, en plus de ça, no distinction shall be made. Pa gen aucune distinction qui doit faite. So another feature of Haitian Creole is to not use the passive voice. So the passive voice is like when you use the, so if someone does an action, if you're explaining something, and in that regard, someone commits an action, and you're also saying what's the person or the object that undergoes the action. So to do that, you would, in French or the other Romance languages, um, they typically use the passive voice. For instance, to say, I killed the Queen of Sparta. Okay, I killed the Queen of Sparta. So that would be in the passive voice, the Queen of Sparta was killed by me. So that's a passive voice. So you state the object, and after that, you state the actor, the person that commits the action. But in Haitian Creole, this is not a feature that we use. So that's what we're seeing here. Furthermore, en plus de ça, no distinction shall be made. There is a distinction that's made or that's being made. But in Haitian Creole, we flip that. We say, pas gen aucune distinction doit faite. Pas gen aucune distinction qui doit faite. So in a sense, they keep that. They keep that in a sense, but here is a very typical Haitian Creole thing to do. Is to say you pas doit faire, you pas doit faire with E with an accent. Aucune distinction. Yo pas doit faire. Yo, they shouldn't, they shouldn't do, or they shouldn't make any distinction. Yo pas doit faire aucune distinction. Sous base statut politique, juridiction, ou soit international. OK? Yo pas doit faire aucune distinction. So they shouldn't make any distinction sous base, on the basis of, see here, on the basis of the political, so of, again, is not translated. They just put here political status. Of the political, jurisdictional, or in a national status. Eduardo, thanks, man. Yeah, I'll be looking into that, into doing interviews and stuff like that. So I was actually looking into doing that with Easy, with this company that does these videos, but right now I just don't have neighbors. Um, so I live by the beach, so it's a little bit hard to me for me to meet people. But this is something that we're definitely looking into um, in the future. Thanks, man. Thanks for your comment. Okay, back to our translation. Um, Jurisdictional or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non self governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty. Okay, so we were here political status, jurisdiction, jurisdiction, au soit international or international country or territory. May it be que ce soit, which means may it be, whether it be, li indépendant, it, li, indépendant, independent, confiant, trust, pas gouverné, non-self-governing. Pas is our negative marker in Haitian Creole. So if you wanna say, for instance, I don't want it, you would say, moi pas besoin li. I don't do that. So if you wanna say don't do that, is pas fait ça. If you wanna say um, don't go there, pas aller là. So yeah. So pas is our negative marker because remember in Haitian Creole we don't conjugate like every single verb. We just um, use these markers. We don't conjugate our verbs at all. Like our verb forms stay the same, whether it be in the first using the first personal pronoun, the second one, the third, the plural personal pronouns. Um, we don't use these we don't use conjugation as in French, which is a good thing because you just wanna remember the verb form in the infinitive when you're talking. You don't need to make all these things like in Spanish. Say yo canto, tú cantas, él canta, nosotros cantamos, cantáis, cantan. Um, but in Haitian Creole, if you wanna say I sing, you sing, he sings, she sings, it's like chanter. It's like all the way. Moi chanter, ou chanter, lui chanter, nous chanter. We and you is like we use the same personal pronoun for these two things. So we and you are kind of like the same personal pronouns. It's the context that gonna tell you if I'm talking about us or you, and then yo chante, which is they sing. Okay. Confiant, trust, non-self-governing, pas gouverner tête li, au soit en bas, au soit, it's like or. The other word that we use for or is ou bien or au soit, same thing. Au soit, en bas, n'importe, under, n'importe is any, other limitation, other lot, limitation, limitation, non souveraineté li, of sovereignty. Okay, now article 3, article 3, article 3. So remember when I was translating article first, article 1, I said article premier. It's because they use a numeral. So it's like it's translated as article first. But for all these other things like article D, you don't say like article second. You say like article 2, which is article D. So for article 3, we're gonna say article 3. Article 3. So everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. Tout le monde, everyone, has the right, gen droit, to life, à la vie. You see, that's the same thing again. So life in French is vie. The life is la vie. So in Haitian Creole, they just use, instead of the word life, sometimes they use the life. And it's the same thing, you can use life or the life. So another French marker. I'm not gonna call it a bug because I might upset some people. Another French feature. So liberté, liberty, and security of person. Ak sécurité parce qu'elle c'est mon. So here, see how they trick the translation? Security of person. So of is not translated in Haitian Creole typically. But in this instance, when you say, for instance, when you say here security of person, it means that having security just because you're a person. So this is how they translate it here. Security of person becomes Pascal Simon. It's like insecurity because they are a person. Parce because l is, this is the short form of li, which is the third personal pronoun in Haitian Creole. C'est the verb to be. Mon is person. Tout monde, everyone, gen droit, has the right. À la vie, to life. Liberté, liberty. Ak sécurité and security of person. Pascal Simon. Article 4. Article 4. Article 4. So, no one shall be held in slavery or servitude. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna come back to that. Let us take a short break right now. I'm gonna come back and do another 10 lines, and yeah, we'll go there.